1.5.
Yeah? Cool. There you go.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Oké, ik sta hier in Brixton, een deel van Londen. En in Brixton is er iets bijzonders aan de hand, want ze hebben een eigen betaalmiddel. Dit is een biljet voor 5. En dit komt voornamelijk door de financiële crisis in 2008. En daardoor willen ze hun eigen geld in de wijk houden. En dat doen ze onmiddels door dit betaalmiddel. Maar ja, hoe is het eigenlijk voor het bedrijfsleven? Is het ook een groot risico voor de ondernemers? En dat ga ik vandaag onderzoeken.
So the Brixton Pound was set up as a response to the financial crisis in 2008. And I guess the idea was to reformulate the conversation around money and think about how we can benefit the local area here in Brixton. So the idea of a local currency is to keep money in the area. So a metaphor we often use is like it's a leaky bucket. So it's a bucket with holes in it. So you pour money in, and every chain, every multinational, every big business that isn't local is a hole in that bucket. So that money flows right out. So you pour money in, and it goes straight out of Brixton. So I guess this was an initiative to keep money in Brixton. So by creating a currency that you can only spend in Brixton, you're doing just that, and to encourage people to support local independent businesses rather than big corporations.
Why is it that you take the Brixton Pound?
Because I'm very supportive of the local community around here.
All right, and don't you think that there's any risk in taking the Brixton Pound?
None at all. No risks at all.
Accepting the Brixton Pound?
Because I think it's a good way to promote. It's a good way to promote like the local economy. That's about all I think about it.
Don't you think that there's like any risk of it? Like that suddenly the value turns and that it becomes valueless?
Yeah, but I think the value of the currency is based entirely on what the people using it value it at. It's a completely as soon as somebody says, "Oh, it's not worth anything," then it won't be worth anything. So I think there's a risk. I think like with every currency, there's a massive risk involved. Yeah. But it's worked so far, right? And because it's small, it's sustainable. It's as soon as you try to replicate it in other areas that it will collapse. All currencies collapse. They have to.
Can you explain something about how they look? Because I see David Bowie is on one.
Yeah.
And Vincent van Gogh is also on one. Can you explain why is that?
Yeah, so we were also thinking about how kind of traditional money always has these like boring authority figures on it. So it's like either it's the Queen or it's Bank of England. It's these like institutions that represent nothing don't represent anything like personal to people. So we wanted for these banknotes to have a connection to the local area. So everybody who was featured on Brixton Pounds either is from Brixton or used to live in Brixton or lives in Brixton, works in Brixton, has some connection to here, and is more like almost like an everyday hero type person rather than representing an institution. I have David Bowie because he was born in Brixton and he's like a local hero. But we also have Violet Szabo or Lul Deng, who is a basketball player who was a refugee who came to Brixton when he was very young and is now Barack Obama's favorite sports person. So they're all, people with a connection to Brixton, but also people who I think represent like, how anybody can do something cool and something worthwhile.